One of my overall goals is to eventually buy a house and be able to give it away to a fellow veteran with no cost. So I grew up in South Carolina, in a little town called Honeypath, South Carolina. And as a middle child of seven kids, didn't have that much money. My dad was a roofer, lived on 3 acres of land, and going through childhood, it's just, I remember not having electrical or electricity, sometimes no water. There was always fighting at home between my parents or the family, cousins and stuff, and a lot of drugs. Every day it was wake up, get ready for school, and rush off to school so we wouldn't have to deal with it. And then just dealing with stuff at school, being made fun and whatnot because being poor and not having enough money. It's like there's times where growing up, living in a house where we're walking across floor joists and looking at the ground beneath the house, that was a normal thing, or heating water up to take a bath with on a wood stove and using candles to see at night. It was something that kind of ached me, but I got used to it. It made me a lot tougher. But I always wanted to get out of that situation. So I learned how to work hard to take care of the family best I could. And because of the fighting and the drugs, I decided to move out when I was 16 years old. I was living in a camper for about a year with a job, steady job, and working pretty consistently while going to school to finish up my high school diploma. Then I started talking to a Navy or Marine Corps recruiter, pretty much all the recruiters, and the Marine Corps kind of felt right. And once I graduated in 2007, I had my parents sign a waiver to send me in, and I was off. I was escaping the troubled life that I had growing up. So I joined the Marine Corps in 2007, went to Parris Island to do boot camp, then Missouri for military police training. In Missouri, it was sign up, ready to go Okinawa, do regular police work on the base, and then the last couple days, my orders got changed, and they said, "Oh, you're going to Iraq instead." So I was like, awesome, I'm ready to fight. I grew up wanting to fight because I just want to get away. And it's like, okay, everything's going in my direction. So while at the start of my Marine Corps career, I met a group of friends, a group of brothers and sisters that was part of life now, and got close with them. And every day it was get up, work, hang out with your military buddies, and go. Started working up for a deployment to Iraq as a 50 cal machine gunner. My buddy and I became machine gunners, and where we spent 7 months patrolling, doing security patrols and clearing buildings. And after we got back, my best friend got married, which opened a whole new world. And that new world was, now we have family coming back and everything. So then we had an opportunity to go to Afghanistan. So my buddy and I volunteered to go Afghanistan on a 20-man team, which was, hey, we're ready to rock and roll again because we missed the fight. Going back to Afghanistan, it was pretty fantastic. We went to, as a 20-man team, so we were super close, did our workup, and we got out there and started, as soon as we hit the ground, it was gunfire and explosions and stuff. And about 3 months later, I lost my best friend. Knowing that he had a son on his way and everything, it was tough. So when I came back, I had 2 weeks of leave because we was over there for a year. We came back, cut the umbilical cord of his son and spend time with his family, and then went back to Afghanistan to finish up my tour, keep everybody else safe as a squad leader. After my year was finished, the team got home safe, and did my last year in the Marine Corps and said, okay, it's time to get out. It's time to move on and start a new path, a new direction in life. So in the meantime, I met my wife and got married after we got out when my son was being born. And we moved to Washington State. That was in 2012. Started looking for a new direction, and I saw a sign that said, hey, we train you to be an agent in real estate. So I became a real estate agent here in Washington State, the Pacific Northwest, and my goal is to help people that have lifestyles that I grew up with, or that want to change their lives, to get into a house where they're not walking across floor joists, or they're not heating their bath water up on a wood stove, or having water bottles in bed when it's cold to keep you warm. Still a awesome feeling every time I get somebody into that brand new house and hand them a key over, where they're not living like they was, and they kind of upgrade their life, their pathway in this life they have. One of my overall goals is to eventually to buy a house and be able to give it away to a fellow veteran with no cost. It's very heartwarming to be able to help individuals out, and being on a team with Latham Realty and having that camaraderie with this team and people like-minded and want to grow and want to help people out is pretty amazing. So being able to help individuals out to get in a house and families out to get into a home, their dream home, is a blessing. That's a little bit about me. Hope you enjoy. If you have any questions or just want to connect, just feel free to contact me and let's have a conversation.